morning, good afternoon, good evening. The Chamisa etc.took brigade have been waiting for directives on whether they should take part in the march. I understand there's going to be one in Bulawayo and one in Harare. Unfortunately for them, there is confusion in the cockpit. The leaders themselves don't seem to know what they want to do. Because this is what Chamisa's response has been to the issue of, is he and his followers, are they going to participate in the march? His response was, 2017 taught us a big lesson, referring to the 2017 military coup, when the opposition, meaning himself, the other leadership, including Morgan Tsvangirai, joined in the public demonstration in support of the military coup. Morgan Tsvangirai left his hospital bed in South Africa in a huff because they'd been told by the likes of Chris Musangwa that the military coup will force Mugabe to step down, and then there will be a government of national unity. And they joined in support of the military coup in that spirit. But as soon as Mugabe submitted his letter of resignation, Zanu PF announced that this was a Zanu PF matter. The opposition had nothing to do with it. And so there was no government of national unity. And that was that. And that is the lesson that Chamisa is referring to. So for most people in the Chamisa etc.took brigade, the lesson was, we are not participating. But here is one of the senior Chamisa etc.took leaders in the Triple C, Gift Ostallos Siziba. And he's saying, we will resist the 2030 agenda fearlessly and without compromise. This is what he said in a Twitter. I think most of the Chamisa etc.took brigade will be left in confusion, to say the least. What does that mean? Does that mean they should join the demos or stay away? It's as clear as mud. This is typical, of course, of what the nation has learned to expect from MDC Triple C leaders. I'd like to take Ostallos to task here. He's saying we are not accepting a criminal extension of an already stolen mandate. Well, that needs to be dissected and looked at more closely. MDC leaders had the golden opportunity to implement the democratic reforms, notably during the GNU, which would have stopped Zanu PF rigging elections. That message must be driven home, hammered home. The primary purpose of the GNU was to implement the democratic reforms to stop Zanu PF rigging the elections. They failed to implement even one token reform. Not one. And ever since the GNU debacle, they have participated in flawed elections, knowing fully well that the process is flawed, knowing fully well that by participating, they'll give Zanu PF legitimacy. We can't run away from that. And yet, Gift Ostallos was one of the CCC leaders who participated in the 2023 elections, knowing fully well those things. And not only that, even when SADC and the AU had said those elections were flawed, he, Fadzayi Mahere, David Coltart, and all the CCC leaders who had won seats in those 2023 elections went ahead and took up their seats. Even Chamisa tried to stop them, but he failed. They insisted in taking up their seats. So it is rich that the same individual who gave Zanu PF legitimacy after rigging those elections is now saying it was a stolen mandate, will not accept a criminal extension of an already stolen mandate. You are the one who gave legitimacy to Zanu PF out of greed. The tragedy with Zimbabwe has always been that the electorate, the Zimbabwe electorate, have been slow in realizing what is going on. This has not helped the country at all. We have got a situation here where the people themselves have been easily conned. The ancient Greeks, all those 2,500 years ago, who are the ones who gave humanity democracy as a system of government, made it very clear that the said people must be educated, knowledgeable, and objective if they are going to carry out their secret duty as citizens of holding those in positions of power and authority to account. In Zimbabwe, we have not had that luck. This is why we are in the mess we are in. We have an electorate that is ignorant, naive, and gullible, particularly the so-called Chamisa, etc.took brigade. They've been conned to participate in flawed elections, even when they've been warned repeatedly that the elections will be rigged and that if you participate, you'll give Zanu PF legitimacy. But Chamisa has never had any problems conning them to participate again and again. Why? Because they're gullible. They have never appreciated the importance of holding those in public office to account. The Chamisa etc.took brigade have the personality cult mentality, where they consider a leader like Chamisa to be a demigod who can do no wrong. So instead of being knowledgeable, objective, and educated, they are not. They are so naive and gullible, they even consider Chamisa to be a demigod. How anyone can be so shallow, thick, and slow to believe a mere mortal, and not only just a mere mortal. We have got Chamisa, we have got documented evidence showing that he is corrupt, incompetent, a liar, and a conman. And yet here is somebody who are willing to consider him to be a demigod. And unfortunately, this Chamisa etc.took brigade have the vote. The democratic vote, which the ancient Greeks said should be given to somebody who is educated, knowledgeable, and objective. And we have given it to somebody who is ignorant, naive, and gullible. So naive and so gullible, they're easily conned to believe anything. This is where we have the problem. This is why we keep going round and round in circles. When Chamisa says 2017 taught us a big lesson, he is only telling half the truth. They would have gone into that GNU not because they learned the lesson of the importance of implementing reforms. Because if they could not implement the reforms during the 2008 to 2013 GNU, when they had the GNU, the Global Political Agreement, and SADC as the guarantor of that agreement to back them up, what hope did they have of getting those reforms implemented in a GNU signed between Zanu PF and themselves? They didn't have a chance. All they wanted is a new GNU so that they could occupy the same gravy train seats that they'd occupied in the earlier GNU. They'd not learned any lessons at all. And this is the tragedy of Zimbabwe. Here is a Zanu PF operative mocking Chamisa, in fact, claimed that they'd learned the lesson. Many people on the social media would know Derek Goto. And he is replying to Chamisa's response there, saying, what's the problem? Didn't I tell you before that Nelson Chamisa belongs to Zanu PF? We bought him a long time ago. He doesn't make a single move without our approval. So forget your foolish dreams about him joining some useless demonstration. He acts only when we say so. Simple. As much as some people would want to just dismiss it, there is some truth in that. There is truth in saying that the MDC CCC leaders, as Zanu PF, Team B in all but name, playing for Team A to win and for Team A to have legitimacy. This is the reality in Zimbabwe. And denying it is futile and utterly meaningless. I know some people would want to deny it, but that is their problem. Denying it does not change the reality on the ground. I'd like to give the final say on this matter to Margaret Dongo. I believe what she was saying here is something that some people have not paid attention to. And I think they should pay attention to it.
There is no other outside employment. So for them, a very good example is, look at what happened to CCC, the CCC party. Have a look. When they lost, when they said they were rigged, what I expected from them, I expected all parliamentarians to say, we are not going to go to participate in a rigged system. And we are not going to sit in a rigged parliament. Because the elections have been rigged. So all of us were not going to parliament. Imagine what could have happened. We could have gone into new elections. There's no way Zanu PF was going to roll alone.
You think so?
Yes.
Do they care?
Caring or not caring, the public would have forced them because the majority of the people would want representation in parliament.
But they went anyway?
But they went. They realized that, you heard them complain, I used my own money to be in parliament. But what about me who have voted for you? I used my own money. So the idea is to recover. Is it a business where you want to recover your losses? Is it a business? Politics, is it a business where everyone else, when you get in parliament, you want to recover your losses? A good example is now, parliamentarians have been elected. I don't know when we last saw a member of parliament in this area. And some of them, they tell you straight away that we are looking for money so that when it comes back to re-election, we want to feed our people.
The truth of the matter is, we have got an opposition, the form of MDC CCC. They are Zanu PF, Team B in all but name. They've been playing for Team A to win and for Team A to have legitimacy. Mnangagwa is going ahead with his 2030 agenda, confident that when the time comes, Chamisa and this CCC or whatever new party forms will play their role to give him and Zanu PF legitimacy. That is the tragedy here. And the Chamisa etc.took brigade will play their part because they are easily conned to do anything. Until we break that cycle, we are not going to end the Zanu PF dictatorship. Indeed, some of the Zanu PF cronies have been boasting that Zanu PF ichatonga kusvika madhonga amera nyanga. We should accept that that is true. And the likes of Chamisa, Ostallos Siziba, Fadzayi Mahere, they are part and parcel of that plan. They will play their part, con their followers to participate in flawed elections to give the process legitimacy and Zanu PF and perpetuate the Zanu PF dictatorship. Universal suffrage has been a case. And until we educate some of the electorate to be diligent, the country is stuck. This Chamisa etc.took brigade is a curse to the nation. Think about it. Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.